Howdy, welcome back to the Pacific Northwest Gold Rushers. I'm Jeff, amateur prospector, and this is Gold Rush 22. Okay, well, the week's over and it's Saturday, and of course it decides to rain again. But I don't care, because I had a good day yesterday and I got off at a decent time. I got a new toy. I ordered a new sluice. I love my Mighty Keen, but it's just big, and it takes a lot of water if you're not high banking with it or recirculating with the pump to run it. And so I wanted something a little more compact that I could get in and just put everything in a pack and take it with me, and not have to worry about this. I mean, I could put the Keen on the back of my pack board and get everything strapped on there, but the thing, I'm 6'5", so I'd be sticking up so high that I'd be catching on every branch and twig out there. So, I don't want to be doing that unless I know there's just phenomenal gold somewhere and I'm going to move a lot of dirt. This sluice here, I looked at a few, especially the Keens, because I really like Keens, but in reality, it's the box is most important. I can change the mats. This one came with carpet, minor moss, and the large riffles. It's only 30 inches long, and in truth, what's funny is it was about $100, but that's my splurge for the year. Every year I try to buy a new tool, so I bought that, and I did buy the Arbor Fabrication classifier. I ordered that like 3 weeks ago, and it still hasn't come, but it was expensive, but I always wanted one, and I got a good tax return, and I worked a lot of overtime because of the snow and everything in the Christmas season. So that was my splurge. So I did not get my snuffer bottles. I ordered those. One got delivered to the wrong house. I have no idea where it got delivered. And the other one still hasn't showed up. Same as my boots. My boots were supposed to show up yesterday because my other boots had holes in each one of them, and that water got cold. My feet were so cold last week. So this week we're going to go back. I'm going to go back to the same creek for two reasons. One, I really want to explore the wall, and we kind of just randomly dug wherever just to see if there was gold in that creek at all, and there was. Now we just have to find the sweet spots. And the other is it's a lot closer than my other spots, and I'm not going to be spending the entire day out there until nightfall and everything. I'm going to basically try to run a couple buckets through this thing and see if we got any nugs. And then mostly I want to see, how my new toy works. I feel like it's kind of funny, when you have a hobby that you really enjoy doing and you get a new toy, you're like, I can't wait to go. So rain or shine, I'm heading out there. I'm going to find me that nug. So let's get to it. Gold Rush 22. Welcome back. Well, we made it to the spot, and easy to get to, like I said, and it's really kind of interesting, and I know now why we were trying this. So let me kind of show you what we've been looking at. So everywhere along this creek, you can just see all the quartz.
I mean, it's just scattered everywhere. And we all know that gold travels up through the quartz. Back in the days of the volcanic eruptions and stuff. But as I walk along this gravel bar, you can see it's everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, we were digging behind this boulder. But as I move up here, and then here's some interesting ones. But and then this huge piece. Look at this sucker. I might have to bring my metal detector down here. And then here's the red rock quartz. So, that's why this creek, to me, is showing signs that, and we already proven that there is gold. Look at this interesting one. That's kind of cool. I might have to keep that one. That's really kind of cool looking. I think I'm going to keep that one. Anyway, so what this creek is, this isn't even the creek. This is an overflow. So when it's flooding and the fast water, the creek decides to rifle through here. Now, it was brought to my attention by somebody with my last video who doesn't really fully understand some of the things we say. I'm going to kind of clarify what I look for. So for me, one of the best advice that Ken ever gave me is look where the river was, not where the river is. And you'll find that ancient stuff, that virgin stuff. So rivers throughout thousands of years, you know, they travel and they move around, and so what you're looking for is that old riverbed or the old creek bed for me, and hopefully bedrock, because then the river can't go down any further, so it deposits there. So what we have here, this is the main overflow, which I'm sure, you know, there's still water flowing through it, so I can sluice. This one here is either the old one or a secondary. So basically this one got so full, it's now coming around this one. So, you know, as I talked to Ken last week, I said, well gosh, you know, didn't this water already remove a lot of the overburden? And it sure looks like it to me. And there's some more quartz there. But what I'm trying to talk about here when I say that is, if I can get a better angle to show you guys. Well, here, this wall will show better. So if you look at these walls, it's amazing how much quartz is here. So when we talk about overburden and pay dirt, so this actually looks really good. The water comes down, goes like this, and then it kind of breaks. And now from my understanding, you got large rocks that are stopped. They work like riffles, and the water's not moving fast enough to move those. And of course, boulders are the same thing. If the water moves fast enough, it's going to move boulders. But as the water slows down, the rocks get smaller until you end up with this small gravel sand stuff. And this is another inside bin. But as far as the overburden and everything I'm talking about, this is all just soils. And then you move down into the river rock. So that's the pay layer and underneath it. Now that can happen several times over thousands of years. You know, the creek could be here, and then we have organics growing after it moved, and then the creek decides to go back there again. So then you end up with more deposits. But you can see, as the river, this creek, I mean, the overflow goes around, it then makes a sharp burn. Now I don't got nowhere to sluice here, but I could carry. Looks like a little bit of trickle going down there. Now this was interesting that I spotted when I was walking down here that I didn't see last time. I first saw this rock, and I'm like, gosh, that kind of looks like bedrock. And then I'm kind of looking up there. So, I don't know, and I'm not really sure if I should like play here or stick to my plan. But we'll decide. We'll get moving. Set up my new toy, which by the way worked perfect, and I'm actually really happy with it so far. It worked according to plan. I was able to put everything in my pack. I got a bucket, a classifier, my super pan, my scoop, I remembered, and put it all on my back, super light. And then I even decided to bring my pick this time and a shovel. Kind of helps move some of the bigger rocks and pry them out. The one thing I'm not happy about, but I can fix, see, that fits nice. Super light. This sluice here is exactly what I wanted as far as the size. It does come with the carpet, minor moss, expanded steel, and the riffles. Looks like really easy to clean out. Super light. I really like Keen. I love my Mighty Keen. It can be a sluice, it can be a high banker, it can be a cleanup sluice. But the difference of their quality versus this cheaper version quality is attention to detail. And now I used to be a fabricator, so I understand, and I'm a perfectionist when it comes to making things. With metal, anytime you cut it, you have to like deburr it. So if you decide to get this one, all these edges right here, I can feel them have sharp. If I ran my finger like that across there with any kind of firmness, it would definitely cut my finger. So I do got to deburr that, but everything else is perfect. If I decide to swap out the ripples and the minor moss and stuff for a mat, I can do that. Mats are easier to clean, but this is guaranteed to catch everything no matter where I go. I might take it someplace where I end up someday actually finding a real nug, and I want to be able to catch those, and a lot of mats will, but mostly what we get around here is placer gold. So I'm going to get to work. The rain kind of let up a little bit. That's nice. I'm going to set up my new sluice, and we're going to run a bucket or two. Gold Rush 22. Howdy, welcome back. Ah, what a pain. So anyway, the creek's down, this overflow creek's down a little bit. So I had to dam things up to get enough pitch. It was a little more difficult than last time, but I think we got her. She seems to be running good. It slowed down a little bit because I took a bucket of water out of there. But let me show you what we got going on. Glad I brought the pick. But, you know, again, there's some more quartz there. This is that wall corner I was telling you about. So we got this one, this overflow creek, and this overflow creek colliding together. But obviously this one's moving faster. So, and this is the inside, which I'm guessing used to continue like this. So we have good deposits of medium-sized rocks. So I went ahead and I moved a boulder cluster here out of this corner. So those are some pretty, here's my shovel, you can see that they're pretty big. And even if I like the material, I'm going to run a bucket of it. But look at my pick. That's not just mud, that's kind of a clay mixture. And there is kind of a clay mixture in this stuff. So I don't know, for this creek to flow, either it's the old one or the water really has to be moving, so could have carried some gold down, so let's find out. I hate this part, classifying. I wish I had my arbor fabrication one, that way I could do it a lot faster and easier, but we're going to get it done. I'm going to find me a nug. Gold Rush 22. Howdy, welcome back. Well, as you can see, I'm continuing to move rocks. A couple over here. And I'm down, I started about there, but I got a bucket classified. I used an 1/8 inch classifier. And for those of you, I guess, that don't know, I'm actually not silly enough to fill up a bucket without actually panning it first, just to make sure that, you know, I'm not digging for nothing. But it was very clayey. I even had to break some of it up. So I'm interested to see what it is, but I didn't bring down my super sluice, but I threw a shovel full, well, probably equivalent to a shovel full. When you're digging in rock, you can't get a full shovel full, but probably equivalent of a shovel full. And yeah, we got 1, 2, 3 flakes. One of them's a pretty nice flake, but yeah, worth digging. I don't have a snuffer bottle. That still frustrates me. One got misdelivered and the other one hasn't showed up yet. So, but my sluice seems to be running good right now. We're going to run that bucket and see what we get. Cross your fingers. Find me that nug. Gold Rush 22. Howdy, hey. Welcome back. Well, I just wanted to show you how it's working. The water flow definitely is an issue. It needs a little more than mats. You have to have more water flow, but it will work. So as you can see, it's building up, and, especially here at the lip, right in front. But it's cleaning out just fine. You can see. But that lip, right where the miner's moss is, it seemed to catch it, like right here. So my water flow, I got, you know, been playing with it, but good golly, what a pain. I even been trying to take some of the tailings and stuff them down into the holes and pack it down, try to, oops, there it is. But there's good water flow, and it will work, and it is catching, because it is building up. So, like I said, I'm just hoping this dirt pays out. You know, just let her do her thing. See, it's working its way down. I have to keep the tailings cleared because it's so low. But, yeah, definitely. I don't know how that guy, oh, that was that one I flipped in. So, we're going to go ahead and finish this bucket and find me that nug. I'm happy with it. I may, for placer gold like this, I may switch a mat into it, but we'll see. Right now, I'm just playing with it. It's a new toy. Gold Rush 22. Howdy, all right. Well, I got the bucket emptied. The sluice seems to be working really well. I haven't seen anything on the indicator mat. It might be. Oh yeah, there's 3 specks. Right there, right there, and right there. Dang, them are nugs. Alright. Well, I don't have my glasses on, but that sure looks gold to me. But let's go ahead and clean this out for the first time. Pop this loose of cherry. Get some nugs. By the way, people, use these kind of sluices or anything with them with the wing nuts, better always make sure you have spares, and I do. I've lost them. Alrighty. Mats are so much easier, and don't splash yourself. Even though it's raining, I can hardly tell. But let's get this panned out, at least down, and see what we got. You do end up with a lot more concentrates than you do with mats. Hopefully that's a good thing. Back in a bit. Okay, well, I got her down to mostly black sand here. Let's see if I can't do this. Oh crap, I just broke my mount. Let's see if I can't pull this back and see if we got anything. Oh, I see a speck already, I think. See if I can't get that out of the glare somewhere. How do I do that? There really is no way here, so we'll make the best of it. Oh, there's a piece right there. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. Coming down. There's another one showing up right there. I'm doing this fast just because I'm bent over and it hurts my back to sit there like this for too long. There's another small speck. Another one coming down right there. So 3 or 4, 5. Oh, there's one up top. Another one right below it. Another one right there in the middle. So we got a few specks. Broke my camera mount. That's cool. I'm sure it's super glue, Gorilla Glue. So nothing to write home about. I will say I definitely like mats better. I'm going to play around with putting a mat in that, because with those giant ripples, you can't. You need a lot of water, a lot more water than you do with mats. You can get different kinds of mats, and you don't end up with so much stuff. However I do it, I always make sure that it can be put back the way it is, so if I do need it that way. The other thing I'm probably going to do is get some indicator mat to put on that scoop. So I'm going to, because I don't have a snuffer, I'm going to dump that into my Tupperware container, and I'm going to get out of here because it's really starting to rain now, so you can probably see it on the lens. So yeah, don't even know if I should even. We know we got gold in there. I might just keep it in the Tupperware and wait until I get my snuffer bottles and the rest of my gear. But you know, like I say, it wasn't the big haul I was hoping for, and we only ran one full bucket. We'll get these rocks back in here, but I'm still running in the rocks below. But quite frankly, I just wanted to test out my new toy. We got some gold, and we learned a little bit. So back in a bit.
Howdy! Well, heading home. Oh, boy. Really started to rain there. But, you know, to sum up, I would say the sluice body is good. If you have fast-moving water, you could probably run a lot of dirt in that and not have an issue. There was a lot of concentrates from one bucket, and I don't like where the minor moss is compressed down. There's that lip there, and it just kept building, but it didn't hurt anything. It was still cleaning itself out well. We proved that there's gold there. I know a lot of people are like, well, one bucket. Well, that's all I really wanted to set out to do today. I wanted to try out my new toy. I am definitely going to play around with that other mat that I bought. It was on special, so I bought two. But anyway, and I got me a nug. All right, it's a tiny little nug, but it was a nug. A lot of blessings. I'm going to go ahead and get my buddy home. I'm not even gonna clean this up. I mean, it's about a tablespoon or maybe 2 tablespoons of black sand, and I gotta get up to the speed. No, I am up to the speed now. I would rather wait until there's actually something significant to show you guys. I mean, I'm just gonna put it in with my stuff from last week. So we probably got about a dozen flakes. And that's all right. It's about getting out and doing something. And I didn't care if it was raining, snowing, blustery, blizzard, whatever. If I could I wanted to try my new toy. Dang it. So anyway, we got to do that. And I still get to go home, eat me some good food. And I get to see my grandbabies tonight, which reminds me, please keep praying for my Bubba Wyatt. He's doing well. I cannot believe that boy's spirit. He is just always happy and laughing. And I should mention, don't fall asleep in front of your grandbabies. They will make fun of you. So, till my next adventure, thank you for watching. Please have a great weekend. And hopefully, I can get some people to actually subscribe to this channel. And if you do enjoy it, please give me the thumbs up like button. Like, share, and subscribe. Gold Rush 22. Pacific Northwest Gold Rush.